Halo, selamat berjumpa semula anak-anak ya, tingkatan 5, tingkatan 4 dari seluruh negara ya, seluruh Malaysia. Ya, salam sejahtera semua. Hari ini Cikgu Lee ya on air lagi untuk menjadi moderator ya supaya dapat ya membantu mengadakan ya pecutan akhir kimia SPM tahun 2020 untuk membantu anak-anak ya. Okey. Jadi kita tengok siapa lagi yang apakah program ini ya. Okey. Sekejap ya. Okey. So kalau anak-anak lihat di sini memang adalah ya tentang program kami. Tajuk ini adalah pecutan akhir kimia SPM tahun 2020 ini, anjuran bersama ya guru-guru hebat daripada 10 orang guru hebat dari seluruh Malaysia bersama-samalah dengan e-didik ya. Ya, kami menganjurkan ini semata-mata untuk membantu anak-anak sahaja. Okey, jadi jom kita lihat siapa lagi yang ada bersama kita hari ini. Ya, kita ada tada. Ini Cikgu Wong, ya Cikgu Wong dari Kuching, Sarawak. Lepas tu tak lain tak bukan, kita ada juga Cikgu Komati. Okey. Sekejap. So untuk hari ini kita lihat, okey, sebelum kita akan mulakan ataupun saya akan serahkan stream ini ataupun kita punya live ini kepada Cikgu Wong dan Cikgu Komati, kita lihat dulu jadual ya. Kami telah rancang ada 8 siri, 4 siri telah berjalan dah 50%. Hari ini kita akan berjumpa semula pada 8.30 iaitu dengan tajuk bahan buatan kimia dalam industri dan juga bahan kimia untuk pengguna. Okey. Dan penceramah kita pada hari ini adalah Cikgu Wong Hiting dari Kuching, Sarawak. Okey, jadi mungkin Cikgu Komati nak bagi sedikit kata-kata semangat kepada anak-anak kita. Mereka dah beberapa hari ya sudah menduduki SPM akhirnya.
Hi, good evening students. Good evening. So now today we're going to go on with 2 more chapters. So this is your final recall back. So use it wisely and all the best for your chemistry paper.
Okay, so jadi tanpa melengahkan masa, saya akan serahkanlah kepada Cikgu Wong. Okay, Cikgu Wong boleh saya screen sementara itu nak bagi apa-apa kata nasihat?
Ya, tidak apa. saya berharap apa yang Cikgu kongsikan malam ini dapat membantu anda semua lah. Kalau ada apa-apa soalan, boleh tanya dekat komen sana. Ada cikgu lain yang boleh tolong jawab. Okay, itu saja.
Okay, Cikgu Wong, you can share your screen.
Okay.
Ya, okey. Anak-anak ya sekarang tolong bersedialah, sila bersedia untuk mengikuti siaran hari ini. Kita ada Cikgu Wong ya yang akan berkongsi tentang bab yang kamu kata susah tetapi sebenarnya senang jawab. Okey, persilakan Cikgu Wong.
Okey. Selamat malam pelajar-pelajar sekalian. I will conduct this session with English mostly. Okay, so Madam Lee will give the link for tonight's exercise. So those who haven't download, you can download first and then print out. Then we can discuss together. Okay, so first we look into the Form 4, Chapter 9, Chemical Substances in Industry. So we look into some analysis here. So from 2008, okay, until 2019. So we can see in this chapter, there are 6 subtopics: sulfuric acid, ammonia, and then alloy, synthetic polymers, glass and ceramics, and composite materials. So you can see the reason here. Last year we have 1 questions coming out in the section A, the structure questions. under this ammonia, meaning that the other subtopic so is possible to come out this year. Actually, we just get ready lah. So for tonight's exercise, I will compile it into subtopics. So meanwhile, while we are discuss the subtopics, right? We are doing the revision together. The main points that you need to master for each subtopic. Okay. So, okay, let's move on. So we go to the 9.1 first under sulfuric acid. So, okay, we look into this question. Diagram shows the manufacture of the sulfuric acid. So I think all of you know what is the name for the process. So this is the first question. So you can type in your answer if you want, okay? But I cannot see your comments. Other teachers or your friends can see it. So what is the name for the process? So we know that it is a contact process. Okay, hold on. It is called contact process to prepare the sulfuric acid. Okay, so during the contact process, we can see the sulfur is passed through. Okay, then it forms is burned in oxygen, then react to forms the sulfur dioxide. Then sulfur dioxide is further react with the oxygen, then pass through the catalyst, and then you will produce the sulfur trioxide. Okay, then sulfur trioxide is undergoes diluted with is react with the concentrated sulfuric acid to produce the oleum. Okay, substance Y oleum. Then finally, the oleum react with the water produces sulfuric acid. This is the whole process for the contact process. So here we look at this. Okay, the catalyst used in the preparation of the sulfuric acid in the contact process. So you must know. Okay, give the name. We cannot give the formula. We must write the name. It's a vanadium. Okay, 5 oxide. Okay, so don't write the formula V2O5. Okay, because the question mentioned, you must name it. Okay, and then C1. Okay, state the name of the substance Y. Okay, so Y here, if we look into the diagrams, so just now I also mentioned already. So substance Y is the oleum actually. Okay, oleum. So remember the spelling. Who knows next Tuesday it come out again, so you know how to write it correctly. So although it's not asked, so after you write the name, you can put in the formula S2O7. Okay, but the name must be stated here. Okay, yeah. So okay, next, substance Y is formed when the sulfur trioxide is react with the concentrated sulfuric acid. So write the chemical equation for the reaction. So here, sulfur trioxide. So trioxide means there are 3 oxygen. So sulfur trioxide SO3. So react with concentrated sulfuric acid. So react with concentrated sulfuric acid, H2SO4. So you produce the oleum, right? So you produce the oleum is H2S2O7. Okay, so it is balanced. So 2 marks. Okay. Now D. Okay, waste is a gas is produced during the manufacturing of the sulfuric acid. So explain briefly how this gas can cause the environmental pollution. So a waste gas during the production of the sulfuric acid, you produce a sulfur dioxide. Is mainly. So this sulfur dioxide actually is poisonous gas. So we can mention, okay, explain briefly how this gas can cause the environmental pollution. Okay, so there are few points we can write here. So the gas produced here is the sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, is poisonous. Is poisonous and acidic. Okay, so what is the if this sulfur dioxide gas is acidic, right? So it reacts with acid rain, right? Okay, acid rain. Okay, or dissolve in the acid rain. Okay, to form the the rainwater here. React with the rainwater to form the acid rain. Okay, then if acid rain is produced, then it will cause a lot of problems. Okay, so for example, it will corrode the buildings. Okay, because most of the buildings is made from the calcium carbonate. Okay, so it will react. So the acid rain that will corrode the building. Okay, and also beside corrode the buildings, it also reduce the soil pH. Okay, means it makes the soil becomes acidic, and then it is not suitable for the plants. Okay, and then it cannot grow well, so it causes a lot of problems. Okay, so this is how we answer the section A questions. Okay, next question. The sulfuric acid produced can be used to manufacture the fertilizers. Okay, Baja. So name one fertilizer manufactured from the sulfuric acid. Okay, so normally, okay, if sulfuric acid, it forms a sulfate salt. So normally, the fertilizer consists of the ammonia. So it forms the ammonium. Okay, ammonium. Okay, sulfate. Okay, ammonium sulfate. Okay, beside that, you also can put potassium sulfate. Okay, but the ammonium sulfate is more popular. Okay, because here mentioned the sulfuric acid, so the fertilizer here must contain the sulfate. If use different acid, for example, nitric acid, then the fertilizer will be ammonium nitrate. Okay. Now, step one, another use of the sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid actually a lot of uses. So for example, okay, I list out some other uses here. So for example, very popular one as electrolyte in car battery. Okay, what else? We can also to manufacture, okay, for example, pen, okay, or detergent, okay, and so on. Okay, making plastic also can, as long as the uses of any use of the sulfuric acid you can write down only one. So 1 mark. Okay. So far, any question you can write in the comment. Okay. So we can go to the 9.2 alloy. Okay. Diagram 2 shows the flow chart for the production of fertilizer X. Okay. This one combined with alloy. Okay, fertilizer again under contact process and the Haber process. So A and B are the manufactured substance from Haber process and the contact process. So here, okay, if you look at this question, directly Haber process, you produce the ammonia, right? Okay, ammonia. Then contact process, you produce the sulfuric acid. Okay, so the fertilizer here again, you see is repeat already, so it forms the ammonium sulfate. Okay, yeah. So now, okay, let's look into this question. What is the catalyst used in the Haber process? Okay, the Haber process. Okay, so this is the second catalyst in this chapter. Okay, under Haber process is iron, right? Iron powder. Iron powder. Fe, yeah? Yeah. Okay, next, step 2, raw materials used in the contact process. So just now, if we look into the diagram in question number 1 just now, you can see it. So the raw material, okay, so number 1, the first one is the sulfur. Okay. Number 2 is the water. Okay, yeah. For this question, you see if the question says state, and this one also state, you can write the name or you can write the formula. Both can be accepted. Okay, unless the question mention you must name it, then you must write the name. Otherwise, you can write formula or you can write the name. Okay, so C, based on the diagram, state the name of the substance. Okay, so A, just now in here already mentioned, state the name. So you must write the name. Okay, so it's ammonia. Okay, then B just now is sulfuric acid. You cannot write the formula. So you must write the name. Sulfuric acid. Then fertilizer X. Okay, so it's ammonium sulfate. Okay, so this is the fertilizer. Okay, so write the chemical equation for the reaction to produce the fertilizer X.
Cikgu Wong.
Yeah.
Sorry, disturb. There's a question the student asked. Teacher, can we write iron granule or not?
You mean the A, huh? You just write iron. Is it?
He asked whether can write iron, must write iron or iron granule.
You can write iron, but here normally catalyst is the function for the catalyst is used to increase the rate of reaction. So we choose the best one because iron powder it can react faster. So we use the iron powder. But if you write iron, should be no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If you have question, you can write in the comment. Then totally will inform me, and then I will try my best to answer your question first before I continue. Next, okay, write a chemical equation for the reaction to produce a fertilizer X. So here we write the equation. So ammonia, okay, we write our ammonia NH3. Okay, then sulfuric acid is H2SO4. Okay, so then you will produce ammonium sulfate, right? So ammonium is NH4 bracket 2 sulfate. Okay, then it is not balanced, right? So we have to balance the equation. So ammonium, let's see, yeah, it is balanced already, sorry. Okay, so sometimes you have to check first. Let me see. Oh no, not yet, not balanced yet. So you have to times 2 here. Okay, yeah. Next question. Okay, calculate the percentage of nitrogen by mass in the fertilizer of X. Okay, sometimes the question will give you 2 types of fertilizer, and then it will ask you which fertilizer is a better fertilizer. Okay, now we calculate first for the percentage of nitrogen. So here, okay, So we take out the fertilizer is ammonium sulfate, right? So percentage of nitrogen, okay, so percentage of nitrogen, okay. So inside the ammonium sulfate here, there are 2 nitrogen, right? N times 2, so there are 2 N, right? Okay. Then divide by overall, right? Okay, so N is divided by the overall NH4. Okay. Then times 100%. So we can, by this way, we can see how many percent of the nitrogen inside this fertilizer. Okay, so we replace in the AR, relative atomic mass, inside the formula here. So 2 times 14, okay, divide by overall, so 14 plus 4, okay, times 2 plus S is 32 plus O is 16 times 4. Okay, then times 100%. Okay, so you can use your calculator. Okay, so you can calculate it. So roughly is you will get 28 over 132 total. So times 100%. So you will get 21.21%. Okay, so this is how we calculate the percentage of nitrogen in the fertilizer. Okay, so this is for ammonium sulfate. Okay, sometimes they'll give you another one, for example, ammonium nitrate. So you can use the same method to calculate, and then you can compare the percentage of the nitrogen. Okay, yeah. So like urea, also you can calculate. So later on, you just compare the 2 types of the fertilizer. So which fertilizer has a higher percentage of nitrogen, then it will be the better fertilizer. Okay, yeah. Then if you go to the market, okay, if the percentage of nitrogen, okay, is higher for that particular fertilizer, then it will be more expensive. Yeah, you can go to survey it. Okay, next subtopic will be under alloy. Okay, alloy. So diagram 2.1, diagram shows the arrangement of atoms in 2 types of copper alloy. Okay, here if you see zinc with copper, and then this one is atom M with copper, then we produce a bronze. Okay, so I hope that you already memorized if zinc with copper, what is the name for the alloy? This alloy actually will be the brass. Okay, then for the bronze will be copper with what? With tin. With tin. Yeah. So you have to know. Okay, this bronze is more quite popular in the SPM. Okay, next. Okay, we look into A. Okay, what is the meaning of alloy? Okay, definition. Okay, so alloy is what? Is a mixture of 2 or more metal elements. Okay, in a certain percentage. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, what is the name for the alloy X? So alloy X, again, name. Okay, you have to write the name. Is a brass. Okay, next. Okay, state the name of the atom M. So atom M, so is the tin. Okay, it's the tin. So must write the name, 15. Okay, next D1. Okay, what is the difference in terms of hardness between the bronze and the pure copper? Okay, so what is the difference? Okay, in terms of the hardness. Okay, so we have to compare. Okay, so you can write like this. Okay, bronze is harder than pure copper. Okay. Next, complete the table 1, show the difference in terms of size and arrangement of atoms in bronze and pure copper. Okay. Now, the size, what is the difference? So we have to make the comparison. So bronze, if you look into the diagrams here for the bronze here, okay, the size actually this diagram actually not very clear. It should be bigger size and smaller size. Okay, so you can write here with different size. Okay, then for pure copper, it will be same size. The arrangement of atoms for bronze, okay, so will be not in orderly arrangement. Okay, because of the different sizes of the atoms. Inside the bronze got the tin and the copper, right? So they have different sizes. So the arrangement of the atoms will be not in the orderly arrangement. But for the pure copper, it will be in orderly arrangement. Okay. So next one, describe what happens to the atoms, okay, when a force is applied to a bronze and pure copper. So what happens? Okay, for the bronze, okay, because of the different sizes of the atoms in the bronze, and then the arrangement of the atoms are also not in orderly arrangement. So if a force is applied to the bronze, right? Okay, so what will happen? Okay, so the layers of atoms, okay, will do not slide on one another easily. Okay, you slide a bit, but it is not that easy. Okay, but for the pure copper, yeah, the layer of atoms, it can slide. Okay, will slide on one another easily. Okay, so that's why it is less hard compared to the alloy. Okay, next question. Okay, E. Okay, pewter is also another example of alloy. So what is the or step 1 use of the pewter here? So pewter is very popular in making what? Making souvenirs, right? Okay, or making ornaments. Okay, because it can produce a quite smooth surface for pewter. Okay. So far, everybody can follow. Yeah. So these are the points or important things that you need to remember. Okay, in all the subtopic here. So far, we discussed until alloy already, huh? Okay, next one we go to the polymer. Okay, polymer. Okay, so we can see polymer so far is covered by a material that contains a polymer X, consists of a basic units as shown in the diagram. Okay, the structural formula for the polymer X. Okay, you can see here. Okay, the very obvious one is here. Correct? Okay, so this one. So this is very common one. Okay, if you see C2H3Cl. Okay, this one is very common one. The short form would be PVC. PVC. So it's polyvinyl chloride. Okay, polyvinyl chloride. Okay, now we look into the question. What is the meaning of polymer? Okay, so again, its definition: a long chain and molecules formed by joining many basic units together. So the basic unit here, you also must know it is called monomer. Okay, yeah. So normally the polymer is formed by the polymerization. Polymerization. So state the name of the basic unit that forms a polymer X. So just now I give you already is PVC. So PVC stands for what? So you have to write the full name. You cannot write PVC. If you write PVC, it would be no marks here. So P stands for what? Stands for poly. Okay. V stands for vinyl. Then C, chloride. Okay, yeah. So here PVC, you just need to remember this V, because chloride you know already is Cl. So polyvinyl chloride. So polyvinyl chloride also it has another name. Oh, sorry, this one is a basic unit now. I make it wrong. This one is a polymer. So this one is a basic unit, is the monomer. So monomer you cannot write poly. So actually is a vinyl chloride. Okay. Yeah, vinyl chloride. Yeah. Oh, okay. So vinyl chloride also has another main name that is called chloroethene, right? Okay, chloroethene. Okay. Okay, B. Chlorine in the polymer X, shown in diagram, is replaced by methyl, okay, CH3, meaning that now the Cl here is exchanged with CH3, okay? So the remaining are the same. Actually, the polymers in the KBSM is quite simple. It's normally you just exchange one of the change. Initially, it's all are H, then change to Cl, then change to CH3. Okay, yeah. So, okay, to form the polymer Y. So draw the structural formula for the basic unit of the polymer Y. So basic unit also again is the monomer. Monomer. So remember, okay, carbon. Okay, it has the carbon-carbon double bond first. Okay, before it forms the polymer, it has the double bond. So the remaining are the same. So hydrogen are the same. Then CH3. Okay, so this is the basic unit of polymer Y. So state the name of the polymer Y. So what is the name for this? So we call it polypropene. Okay, polypropene. Okay. So next, state one similarity and one difference between the structural formula of polymer Y and its basic unit in 2B1. So what is the difference actually? Okay, so 2 marks here. So if we see here, okay, I will try to draw out the polymer. Okay, the polymer will be like this. Okay. So this one is the polymer, this one is the monomer. So what is the one similarity? So what is the similarity here? Okay. So similarity we can mention first. Okay, similarity here. Okay. So one similarity. So you can see the number of carbon and the hydrogen, okay, actually is the same, right? Okay, so you can mention the ratio of carbon and hydrogen. Is the same. Okay. So what is the difference? Okay, so I think it is quite obvious. The basic unit, okay, what is this called? This is called carbon-carbon double bond, right? But in the polymer, it has no carbon-carbon double bond. Okay, so this is the difference. So the basic unit of polymer Y has a carbon-carbon double bond. Okay, so this is how we answer the questions. Okay. Okay, C. One of the use of polymer is to make the plastic bottle. So improper disposal of plastic bottle can cause the pollution, right? So based on the diagram, okay, and the pollution issue faced by our nation, so justify the use of the polymer here. So you can see in this diagram, and these two men, okay, use the bottle to make the plastic board, okay. And then I also went to the YouTube and let's search, is it possible we can make the board with the plastic bottles or not? And then there are some videos actually that they try it, and then actually it's quite successful, can be used actually. Okay, so if it can be used like this, so definitely we agree, right? We agree to use the plastic bottle like this to make some other uses, right? Okay, for example, making board like this. Okay, yeah. So, okay, justify the use of the polymers. So 3 marks here. So what can we write here? Okay, so there's a few points we can write. Okay, so first point we can write is the plastic bottle are non-biodegradable. Okay, non-biodegradable means it cannot decompose by bacteria. So meaning that if improper disposal of plastics, right, will pollutes the waterway, right? Okay, will pollute okay, so if plastic okay, so later it will block the like drainage system and so on. Okay, beside that, if you burn the plastic bottle, if burning okay, or burning of plastics, right? Okay, will also release the toxic gases. Okay, yeah. So these toxic gases, it will cause air pollution and so on. Okay, then so meaning that if the plastic bottle recycle to build the board, okay, so it can reduce the environmental pollution. Okay, okay, so meaning that if we can recycle the plastic bottle by making like the boards like in the diagrams here, so it can reduce the environmental pollution here. Okay, so another question regarding the polymer here. Okay, show a pot and raincoats. Okay, so the pot is made from the stainless steel. Chromium is one of the elements that is in the stainless steel. Actually, this one is under alloy. Okay, state two other elements in the stainless steel. Okay, state you can give formula or you can give the name. So there are, what is the stainless steel contains? Okay, so it contains iron, right? Okay, beside iron, it has carbon. Okay, carbon inside the stainless steel. Okay, and then plus the chromium. Okay, then it makes it become stainless. Okay, next step, the difference in the hardness between the stainless steel and its pure metal. Okay, again, actually it's repeat. This question is very popular in the SPM. So stainless steel, which one is harder? So the alloy will be harder than its pure metal. So your answer would be sound like this. Very simple answer. Stainless steel is harder than its pure metal. Okay, yeah. Now next, okay, this one comes to the polymer. Yeah, not the polymer yet. This is under glass. Okay, the cover of the plot is made of the glass. So what is the main component of the glass? So the glass, remember this word, this term is silica. Okay, silica. Okay, next, suggest one type of glass that is more suitable to make the cover. So if you see this one, the pot is made to cook for cookware, right? Okay, so it must use what? Okay, borosilicate glass. Okay, so normally borosilicate glass is used for cookware. Okay, so what is the reason? So it can withstand high heat. Okay, withstand high heat. Okay, next, the raincoats. Okay, these are under polymers. Okay, polyvinyl chloride again. Okay, it's PVC, right? PVC. So state the name of the monomer of the polyvinyl chloride. Okay, this one actually is, if you know it already, so it's very, very simple. So the name of the monomer is just cancel the poly. So it becomes vinyl chloride. Okay, then draw the structural formula. I think you should be able to draw it. Carbon, it has double bond. Okay, then hydrogen, then chloride. Okay. And now we try one question, essay question for the trial. Okay, I take the MRSM 2020. Okay, question 7. Okay, if you see this question, okay, very obvious. Okay, this is PVC, right? Okay, so again, chloroethene and then vinyl chloride. So I think if next Tuesday, this question come out, okay, PVC, you must remember how to do it. Okay, now state the polymer form and write the chemical equation for the polymerization of chloroethene. Okay, so what is a polymer form? So again, there are 2 marks, right? Okay, point number 1, you must write polyvinyl chloride. Okay, or polychloroethene also can. Okay, so this is point 1. Okay, then point 2, equation, right? Okay, so chemical equation. So we use this, if we want to draw it also can, but if we want to write it, actually not wrong also. So it'll be C2H3Cl. Okay, so undergoes polymerization means times N, a lot of monomers. So undergoes polymerization. So after that, it will forms the polymers. So polymers normally, okay, still the same, H3Cl, okay, but times N here means it will keep repeating. But for the polymers inside there, the carbon double bond already gone. Okay, inside the monomer it still have a double bond, but in the polymer no more. Okay, so this is polymerization reaction. Okay, if you have any question, you just type in the comment there. Okay, and the teacher will help to answer your questions. Okay, explain how the usage of synthetic polymer substance can cause the environmental pollution. Okay, you have to mention about the source, process, and the effect. Actually, quite some explanation you can write for this question. Okay, but I give you maybe 1 or 2. Okay, let's say 3 marks. Okay, we can write, let's say we use the synthetic polymers. Okay, synthetic polymers is non-biodegradable. Okay. So, what is the effect? Okay, the source here. Okay, non-biodegradable. Okay. So, what is the effect? It causes if improper disposal, it will cause the blockage of drainage system. Okay, and then it will cause the flash flood. Okay, like if you have heavy rain, suddenly some places it will forms a flash flood. Okay, yeah, mainly because of the blockage of the drainage system. Okay, beside this, you also can mention this one, point 1, point 2, and then point 3. Okay, then beside that, you also can mention if you burn the synthetic polymers. Okay, so you can also use another explanation here. Okay, so burning of polymers will release poisonous gases or toxic gases. Okay, after that, the gases here will be like sulfur dioxide, chlorine, okay, hydrogen chloride, okay, etc. Some poisonous gases. Okay, then the gas, this gas will dissolve in acid rain, in rainwater to produce acid rain. Okay, then again, actually just now we discussed already. So the acid rain will corrode the building, right? Okay, corrodes the building. Okay, and then decrease the soil pH. Okay, yeah, etc. Okay, you also can mention like this. Okay, all depends. Okay, so far okay. Okay, next question. Okay, this is alloy again. Okay, diagram shows a bicycle wheel rim made from two different materials. So the iron rim is easily bent, whereas the alloy rim does not easily bend, meaning that this is harder. Not easily bent, meaning that it is harder. Oh? Okay, so you can see the arrangement of the atoms. This one for the alloy, this one for the pure metal. The iron. Okay, based on the diagrams, explain in terms of arrangement of atoms why alloy rim is better than the iron rim. Okay, 5 marks. So here, actually repeat again what we have discussed just now. So point number 1, you can mention alloy rim is harder than iron rim. Okay. And point number 2. So in iron rim, okay. So how is the arrangement? The iron atoms are of same size, right? They are made from the same size, right? They all are same size. Okay. Point number 3. In the alloy rim, right? Okay. The presence of carbon atoms. Okay. So it will disrupt, mengganggu, disrupt the orderly arrangement of iron atoms. Okay, yeah. So actually here is point 3 and point 4. Okay, then point 5. So if it is disrupt already, the orderly arrangement, what happens? The layers of atoms cannot slide over one another easily. It can slide a little bit, but it's not that easy. Okay, so this is how we answer the essay question. Okay, so for me, the important points or parts that you need to know for the chapter 9. Okay, the main one we have discussed already so far. Okay, Now we move to chapter 5. Okay, chemical for consumers. Okay, again we look into the analysis again. Okay, see from 2008 until 2019. So you see, if 2019 here in structure question last year we have a question coming out. It covers three subtopics in this chapter, all covered already. So maybe this year, or we don't know actually. Maybe come out in structure or in the objective or in the essay, we don't know. But we just revise and then, okay, we look into what is the important ideas and the top, points that you need to know in the chapter 5. Okay. So we go to the first subtopic is under soap and detergent. Okay, the following chemical substances are used to prepare the soap in the lab. Okay, palm oil, concentrated sulfate, sodium hydroxide solution, distilled water, sodium chloride. Okay, so state the name for the reaction to prepare the soap. Okay, remember, okay, this is called saponification. Saponification. Okay, actually in BM word sabun, sabun actually is directly translated from here, sapon, sabun. Okay, now what is the function of the sodium chloride in the saponification reaction? So actually is to increase the precipitation of the soap, or to precipitate the soap, okay, to increase the precipitation of soap. Okay, or you can write some reference book mention is to reduce the solubility of the soap. Okay, also can. Now next, during the preparation of the soap, palm oil is hydrolyzed to palmitic acid and the glycerol. Then the palmitic acid reacts with sodium hydroxide as shown in the equation. So complete the chemical equation for the formation of the soap. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this one looks complicated, right? Actually, it's very, very easy. Okay, so this one is actually considered a neutralization, right? So neutralization is reaction between the acid and the alkali, right? Now alkali here will be the sodium hydroxide, right? Okay, so neutralization, the one product will be water, right? Okay, so just write the water first. And then actually remaining, okay, if you know it, be like this. So H from the hydrogen ions from the acid, hydroxide ions from the alkali, they will react to form the water. Then the remaining, okay, just combine together becomes a salt. So you don't care what is this, okay, just copy CH3, then CH214, then COO. Okay, then put in the Na. Okay, then if you use a K or H, right? Okay, so this one you change to K only, the others are the same. So 2 marks. Okay, next, state the materials that can be used to replace the sodium hydroxide. Okay, just now, and the palm oil to prepare the soap. So replace the sodium hydroxide. Just now I mentioned already must be strong alkaline. So potassium hydroxide. Okay. Then replace the palm oil, let's say olive oil. If in the lab, in your lab, you are very rich, you can use the olive oil, coconut oil, okay, or any other suitable vegetable oil, okay, will do. Okay. Now B. Table shows two sets of experiments to compare effectiveness for the cleansing action of the soap and detergent. Okay, so under this one, I think is very popular concept you have to know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. In the hot water, so remember the concept here, the hot water. Okay. It contains the calcium ions or magnesium ions. Okay. Yeah. So if soap, okay, react with the hot water, means when the soap react with the calcium or magnesium ions, it will form scum. Okay. Yeah. If the scum is formed, meaning that the effectiveness of the soap will be reduced already, meaning that it cannot clean the oil stand and so on. It cannot clean the cloth anymore. But for the detergent, okay, it will still react. It will react with the calcium and magnesium ions in the hot water, but the products form is actually a soluble salt. So no scum. Again, no scum is formed. So in other words, in detergent, it will be still effective. The cloth can still be clean very well. Okay, so you have to get the whole idea here correctly. So now state the observation for set 1 and set 2. So set 1, just now I mentioned already, it forms scum, right? So you definitely the oil stand remains. Okay. Then this one, oil stand is clean. Okay, yeah. So see, a sock is stained with blood, so suggest one additive in the detergent to increase the effectiveness in the cleansing action. So if blood actually contains a biological is under biology, right? Okay, so we can add in the biological, sorry, spelling wrong. Okay, spelling error here. Biological enzyme. Okay, it can help to remove this blood stain, okay, effectively. Okay. Next, let's go into question number 2 under food additives and medicine. Okay, so diagram 4 shows the dialogue between the Maktija and her son Amin when preparing a salted fish. Okay, so you can read. Okay, what are you doing? I'm making a salted fish. Okay, so help me to put the substance on this fish. So here the clue is the salted fish, right? Okay, ikan masin. So Amin helped the mother. Okay, so based on the diagrams, state the name for the substance mean by in the dialogue. So the table salt, right? Okay, table salt, what is the name? Okay, you can write common salt or common salt or table salt, or you can write sodium chloride, right? Okay. Now, why substance in 2A1 is added to the fish? Explain. Okay. The salted fish, why we can preserve the fish using the salt? Okay. Actually, under the for this one, actually, the salt can draw the water out from the cell of the microorganisms. Okay. So without the water, the microorganism cannot grow well. Okay, and then it will slow down. Okay, so the salt, okay, it draws the water out of the cells of the bacteria or microorganism. Okay, then without water, the microorganism cannot grow, or it cannot destroy the food lah. For example, the fish cannot grow well. Okay, yeah. Okay, next is under medicine. Okay, chest patient A, chest pain. Okay, if you see the word pain, sakit, so remember it's under analgesic already. Analgesic. Okay. Then if here body temperature, this one is high fever now. Then muscle ache, headache. Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry. I think I make the mistake here. The chest pain when cough. Okay, we shouldn't focus to. Sometimes you have to read the question carefully. Okay, cough. Okay, and then loss of appetite. Okay, and then cough up the blood. Now, oh, this one very very dangerous. Okay, very serious. Okay, so this one is actually caused by the bacteria. Okay, bacteria. So in order to kill the bacteria, we have to use the antibiotic. Okay, then this one is the high fever. Okay, fever a bit 38 degrees Celsius. So muscle ache and then headache, sakit Okay, then we have to use the painkillers, the analgesic. Okay, next one is seclusion, and then emotional unstable, and then hallucination. Okay, so this is under psychotherapeutic medicine. Okay, yeah. So state the type of medicine that should be taken by each patient. So just now here, read antibiotic. Okay, patient B will be analgesic. Okay, then for C will be psychotherapeutic medicine. Okay, yeah. Okay, next, state one prescription of the patient A need to follow when take the medicine so that the disease does not recur again. Tidak berulang. So antibiotic, I'm not sure. I think most of us, we have taken the antibiotics before. So the doctor definitely will remind us must complete the whole dose, right? The whole course of the medicine. You cannot stop halfway, even though you feel it's getting better already, right? Okay, so we must complete, okay, or take the full course or complete course of antibiotic. Okay, so that all bacteria are killed completely. Okay, so this concept, I think is very popular also. So you just remember, for antibiotic, must complete the whole course or full course. Okay, so we try one essay question regarding related to this chapter. Okay, I take the Terengganu trial 2020. Okay, diagram shows the label of the ice cream container. So ingredient, you can see ice cream, non-fat, milk, sugar, sunset yellow, vanilla, soy lecithin. So from the table, state the name of two additives. Okay, two food additives here. And then state the type and then the function of each food additives. Okay, so justify the use of the food additives by giving one advantage and one disadvantage. So 8 marks. So here, two food additives here with the type and then the function. So each one will cost 3 marks already. So if 2 times 2 will be 6, then 7, 8. Okay, so roughly you know how many points you need to write. Okay, so we take, you can choose any one. Okay, food additives here. Yeah, sugar you can choose. Sunset yellow also can choose. Vanilla flavor also can choose. Soy lecithin also can choose. Okay, yeah. So you can choose any two of it. Oh, yeah. So for example, okay, sugar. Sugar is under preservative, right? Okay. So sugar under preservative. Okay, so what is the function? To make the food last longer, right? To make the food last longer. Okay, so this is the first point you can write. Number 2, sunset yellow. Okay, so sunset yellow is under what? Under coloring, right? Coloring, food coloring. So why? What is the function? Okay, to improve the appearance, right? To improve the appearance of food, so that the food looks nicer and then it will increase your appetite. Okay, then vanilla flavor, so under flavoring. Okay, so is to improve the taste, okay, of the food. Okay, so this is number 3. Number 4 is the soy lecithin. So soy lecithin, okay, I write here, soy lecithin is under stabilizer. Okay, stabilizer. So actually is to allow the oil and water to mix together, to mix. Okay, yeah. So this is the 4. You can choose any two. Yeah. There are 4 of them. You can choose any two. Okay, then what is the advantage? You can write 1. Okay. So for example, it can make the food last longer, right? Besides that, it can make the food more attractive, or you can make the food taste better. You can choose any one. Okay, disadvantage. Okay, so disadvantage. Okay, it will cause some disease. For example, cause like hyperactive. Okay, or allergy, or asthma. Okay, yeah. And then some, if possible, it may cause cancer also. Okay, yeah, you can write any one of these. So 8 marks. Okay, so next we look into B table shows the traditional medicine and their uses. So this is traditional one. So aloe vera. Okay, so the juice used to treat the skin wounds and burns. X to remove the wind from the body. Y used to treat the flu. Okay, so if you know, if remove wind, actually, your mom should know this is under ginger. Okay, for treat flu, okay, garlic. So if you eat a lot of garlic, okay, maybe you'll be away from the flu. Okay, yeah, garlic. Okay, so state the name. So you can write the X is ginger, Y is garlic. So 2 marks. So if the burns is not treated properly, it may get infection and becomes worse. If the person is brought to the clinic, state the type of medicine prescribed by the doctor, and then state the function of the medicine. So 2 marks. So here, infection, right? So infection definitely by bacteria. Okay, so the doctor will give the medicine. The type of medicine will be antibiotic, right? Okay, so what is the function? Okay, to prevent the growth of, or to kill the bacteria actually. Okay, bacteria. Okay, yeah. Okay, next. Okay, again, soap and detergent. Okay, so sometimes it come out in the structure or objective question. Very easy to recognize. If you see SO3 or SO4 like this, okay, you call it sulfonate. This one is under detergent. Okay, so please remember. Okay, if you see the carboxylate group, this one under soap. Okay. So here, diagram shows 2 sets of experiments to compare effectiveness of the cleansing action. Okay, again, hot water just now in the previous question we mentioned already. The hot water contains what? No? Okay, so based on the structure formula of the cleaning action in diagram 7.2, identify the cleaning agent A and B. So just now I mentioned to you already, A is detergent, B is soap, right? Okay, state the observations for set 1 and set 2, then compare and contrast the effectiveness of cleaning action of 2 cleansing action in the hot water. So explain your answer. So 8 marks here. Okay, yeah. So first, you have to mention, okay, cleaning agent A is detergent. Okay, B is soap. So 2 marks already. Okay, so we can compare.
Why used to treat the flu? Okay, so if you know if
Hello.
so if you eat a lot of garlic, okay, maybe
Yeah, something happened. Okay.
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay, now.
Continue.
Yeah. Okay. So for the compare and contrast, right? Normally we can build a table. Okay, draw a table to compare it. Okay, so for this, okay, I have no ruler here, so I just use a free hand to draw. Okay, so cleaning agent A, okay, A is detergent. Okay, B is soap. Okay, first we can compare is what is the observations. So for detergent, oily stain, remove. Okay, but B in the soap, the oily stain remains. Okay, so why? So you can mention, okay, detergent is effective in hard water. Okay, but for soap is not effective in hot water. Okay. Then you can mention, okay, the one I told you just now. Okay. So hot water contains, okay, magnesium ions and calcium ions, right? So this one the same. Okay, because we can contrast it. Okay, and or you can erase this line also can. Okay, because they are the same. Okay, then you can mention detergent react with magnesium and calcium ion, okay, to produce soluble salt. Okay, or you can mention no scum is formed. Okay, but for the soap reacts with calcium ions and magnesium ions to produce insoluble salt. Okay, or you call to form scum. Okay, yeah. So this is how we compare and contrast between the soap and detergent in the hard water. Okay, yeah. So I think that's all I need to, or I want to share with you regarding the chapter 5. Okay. So I hope all of the students here on the line here, you can follow my lessons today, and then you can do revision, and then I hope all of you can score very well in chemistry exam next Tuesday. So I pass back to Cikgu Lee.
Thank you Cikgu Wong atas kesudian untuk memberi perkongsian pada hari ini ya. So tadi cikgu dah naikkan link untuk attendance hari ini. Okay, so saya memohonlah kepada semua peserta yang atas talian ini tolong isi link itu ya untuk kamu dapatkan link untuk perkongsian esok ya. Okay. So ada perubahan sedikit. Besok kita akan buat siaran langsung seperti macam ini iaitu pada pukul 11 pagi ya, pada pukul 11 pagi iaitu berkenaan dengan tajuk asid, base dan garam. Okey. Jadi anak-anak bolehlah dapatkan link itu apabila kamu isi borang untuk kehadiran nanti itu. Dalam situ memang ada link itu ya. Okey, saya sharekan skrin sekali. Okay, so kita dah selesai 5 siri. Jadi esok pukul 11 pagi kita akan adakan siaran untuk asid, base dan garam. Okay, so link tu cikgu dah bagikan tadi. Terima kasih untuk anak-anak yang sudi belajar. Jadi kami guru-guru hebat ini ingin mengucapkan selamat maju jaya lah kepada anak-anak semua. Semoga atas perkongsian kami ini dapatlah membantu anda semua dalam menjawab peperiksaan, menjawab soalan-soalan kamu nanti apabila pada 9 Mac nanti, ya. Okey, yang penting sekali kamu kena usaha. Okey, jangan berharap saja apa yang kami kongsikan di sini, lepas tu kamu tak buat latihan. So always remember, you practice makes perfect. So macam mana pun you need to do, this is the last time. Okay, last time for you to pecut lah. That's why the program, tajuk program hari ini adalah pecutan akhir. Okay, so you speak all out. Okay, kami percaya you can do it. Okay, itu sahaja daripada kami. Kalau ada salah silap, tolong maafkan kami ya. Okay, sekian. Cikgu Eva, maybe you want to give them some advice? Dia tak unmute kan dia. Cikgu Eva, can you hear me? Oh. Saya pun tak boleh unmute dia punya mic. Okay, Cikgu Wang, you want to give some advice to them for these 2 chapter? Yeah, you always complain these 2 chapter very hard, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you all can revise back and then try your very best.
Eva, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, yes. Boleh unmute dia punya mic. Okay, Cikgu Wang, you want to give some advice to them for these 2 chapter? Yeah, you always complain these 2 chapter very hard, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you all can revise back and then try your very best.
Eva, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes. Boleh unmute dia punya mic. Okay, Cikgu Wang, you want to give some advice to them for these 2 chapter? Yeah, you always complain these 2 chapter very hard, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so kalau tak ada apa-apa, kita tamatlah sesi hari ini ya. Okay, jumpa lagi pada esok pagi. Jangan lupa ya, ikuti kami pada siaran yang sama pada siaran ini pada pukul 11 pagi. Okay, bye.